Yeah, Money Mindset, patreon.com/Coach Greg Adams. For the best Money Mindset group you can find on the internet, 3 years going and strong. Get in where you can fit in. Get in now for the Money Mindset. All right, that was a slight preview. I might have a longer preview for you at some particular point, but that's in the next coming weeks as we introduce the Money Mindset Elite. Anyway, we got you Boss Up here. You Boss Up coming up here.
Boss up, nigga.
All right, the Boss Up show is going to present to you this. This is an old throwback from an old football coach named Woody Hayes. Now, I know the black people are going to say, yeah, he got fired for snatching up a black player by his helmet from Ohio State University. That's neither here nor there. All coaches mess up. All coaches will be hired and all coaches will be fired. All right, but it happens. But this is a funny video that has resurfaced. Him giving one of those rah-rah speeches to his young men about out with apathetic men. Okay, apathetic men. Out with people who want to be losers. So I call them maggots. All right. And you have to understand that when you hang out with people who don't care about life, who don't want to create no motion for themselves, who are sedating themselves with drugs and all kind of things and saying they're not harmful these drugs aren't harmful. These people are going to let you down. And I said, of course, following our brother here, Brian Tracy's advice, 85% of people are deaf, dumb, and blind. These people are going nowhere. They're really comfortable and content in the space that they're in. But what they'll try to do is they'll convince you. They'll convince you should do that. You're doing wrong by trying to be better. Oh, it ain't going to work. You're going to fail and you're going to be back with us. And I call them crab-ass niggas. Crab-ass. There's some crabs. And now, you might be watching me. You might be a crab. You might be a crab-ass nigga. You might be an apathetic male. You might be a lazy bum. You might be a deaf, dumb, and blind. Well, that's your choice. But don't come in here and interfere with us to try to lower the bar for you, big nigga. You know what I mean? Don't try to lower the bar because we're a group that want to ascend. We're not out here removing ourselves from the dating marketplace because we can't please women and we can't measure up. We're out here. We can measure up, but we choose to be better. We choose to actually put ourselves in a position. We ain't trying to let women win. We're putting ourselves in a position to win. But there are a lot of big in this gay manosphere with apathetic loser men who want to sit around playing video games all day, sedating themselves with marijuana and drugs, and they want you to be a loser. Please understand, they want you to be a loser. So let's go ahead and look at this. Them dope fiends gonna be in here defending their crab ass behavior. We don't care about you apathetic, loser ass, lazy, deaf, dumb, and blind. We don't care about y'all, bro. We don't care about y'all no tipping ass. We don't care. We don't need to tip. We don't care about you fat women, like you, all these fat women, but you get it for free. We don't care about you. We don't give a fuck about you. All right. You guys gonna set the bar over here. So listen to this speech by one Woody Hayes teaching his young men. This is back in the 70s here. All right. The 1970s. And this is a funny speech because he's known as kind of one of those hardcore coaches. So to hear him deliver this funny speech is actually interesting. So let's play the video. It says right here, the famous Woody Hayes' speech on apathy. Here we go.
Boys, I don't want you on the football field if you're going to show any signs of apathy. Apathy. Right there. And avoid it like the plague. Avoid it like the plague. It's the damnedest thing in the world, and you'll run on these guys this fall on the campus. Yeah, why get up in the world? Why play football? Yeah, you work too hard. Why do that? Yeah, come on and have a joint with me. And yeah. And he'll sit there and look at his shoe for an hour.
Facts. So you have a lot of apathetic men in our space. You don't need to do all that. You don't need to do this. You don't need to go on vacation. You don't need to do this. You don't need to go have nice dinners. You don't need to pay for that. You don't need to tip. You don't need to travel. You don't need to do apathetic men. And he said, but you'll listen to him and they'll sit there and look at their shoe for an hour. And that's a fact. See, that's what they don't tell you. And instead of looking at their shoe, they'll play video games for an hour. Now, I always say, people say, Coach, you got a gaming channel. What's wrong with video games? Nothing's wrong with video games, except that it is supposed to be a reward system because that's what the video game does. It rewards you. Just like I'm critical of people who sit at slot machines for hours. All right. And you're literally getting induced and have all these dopamine hits because it's a reward system. But that's something you should do to reward yourself. That's not how you start your day off. You don't start your day off doing that. You do that as a reward for doing what you need to do. Okay. That's the point that I'm making here, because I got a gaming channel. Yeah. But those people will sit there and look at their shoe for an hour, and they'll tell you, they'll be in the comment section telling you that you're living the life wrong. Okay. Yes. 15-hour video game playing. Still living in your mama's basement, picking boogers. Yes, that's a problem. Okay, so here we go. You should be playing video games in a mansion. Let's continue.
Yeah. He's thinking great thoughts. What the hell he's going to do? You think I'm kidding you? I'm not kidding you, am I? No, you're serious. And those people are apathetic as hell, and they're going nowhere.
Nowhere. No. Facts, they're going nowhere. Stop listening to dudes. Stop listening to dudes that are going absolutely nowhere in life. Women pay me. I'm going to marry a rich woman. Women buy me gifts. Nah, bruh. When I tell you these men are losers, people are always like, well, what's wrong with that? That's a loser philosophy. Living under a woman. These are loser philosophies. He's going nowhere. How do you depend on a woman in this economy financially? How do you Nah, bruh. But dudes are out here losers. They're going nowhere, but they're trying to convince you to go nowhere with them.
Oh, yeah. And there are a hell of a lot of people, and they take a lot of people with them, fellas. They take a lot of people with them because we all have a tendency to be lazy. I don't know whether it's body chemistry or mind or whether it's a combination. It has to be a little bit of both. We all have a tendency to ease off at times. That's why you need good teachers and good coaches to push you a little.
That's your boy, Coach. That's why you need good teachers and good coaches. That's why you need good teachers and good coaches. Even good players, the best players in the world had good coaches, because even the best players in the world can sloth off, be apathetic, be a little bit lazy. All right. Nobody will know that I won't do an extra rep. Nobody will know that I'll take 2-minute rest in between sets. Nobody will know that I'm eating these bag of chips. So even the best players in the world, the best Olympians, all the Olympians have coaches. All right. I have a personal trainer. They're like, why you need a personal trainer? All right, why you need a personal trainer? Yeah, because I don't want to be out here wasting time. I want to get in the gym. I want to make sure I'm accountable, have somebody accountable to make that appointment, put some money where my mouth is. I ain't just going to say I'm going to work off. Oh, I'll take the day off. All right. Nobody going to know. But even the best coaches, the best players have coaches. Now, what'll happen is apathetic people will say, I'll just learn it for free on YouTube. We don't need money mindset. We don't need coaching. We don't need coach. I can learn it for free. And guess what? They'll sit there and look at their shoe for an hour and won't even listen to the goddamn thing that they're listening to free, or they won't even imply what they listen to free. All right. I'll listen to free. I'll just learn on YouTube University, and they still be out here broke. They still be out here in the same place, listening to Graham Stephan for 5 years. All right. So that's what you're talking about. Okay. It's not what you do in a day. Sure, you can listen to a free video in a day, but when you commit to it to 6 months and you actually put in the work for 6 months straight, you're going to see the results. So that's why they're coaches. Okay. A lot of times coaches don't look like they can do what they're teaching. That's a part of teaching. All right. Those who can't do, teach. So I can't do it, but I can coach you to do it. And that's okay. All right. I'm not an Olympian, but I can coach an Olympian. That's for sure. So shout out to Woody Hayes delivering that speech, that rah-rah right there, teaching his young men what's up. Avoid apathetic people. That's not only women, but men. And there's a lot of apathetic men who will get you to believe that you don't need to become better because they don't want to become better. They want to live that life. They want, the whole minimalize. Okay. Oh, minimalize. Nah, you minimalize, nigga. All right. You go ahead and have nothing for your life. Go for it. I'm not saying to spend all your money, but you minimalize, nigga. Me, I'm gonna go enjoy the world, nigga. All right, you don't have to fly first class. You don't have to fly business class. I'll fly coach for 10 hours, 19 hours going to the Philippines and coach. You do that, nigga. My uncle said you can fly and coach for 19 hours. You do it, nigga. Me, on the other hand, I'm paying for the first class. I'm paying for the business class. People want you to lose, man. They want you to lose. So you do have to, in your mindset, as a daily routine, weed out apathetic people, weed out lazy bums, weed out the losers of the world, weed out the people who want to lower the bar. Not only lower the bar with dating and marriage, they want to lower the bar for you. Weed these people out, because there's more of those people than are people that are dedicated, disciplined, and consistent. And the real source and the answer to anything is consistent. That's where it compounds, compounding. The consistent choices are going to make you compound to success. But if you stop to smoke weed every day and look at your shoe, I can guarantee you your success rate is going to significantly decline. And I do have a short video coming out about this that literally directly draws a direct parallel between people who regularly use marijuana and people who are in poverty, people who are broke. They're going to point at some rich person that does it. And yes, rich and wealthy people do it. That's not to say that they don't do it, but they don't do it regularly, consistently, day after day in and day out, 5 joints a day. They don't do that. There's a direct line statistically between people in poverty and people who smoke weed every day. All right. It is what it is. Dope fiends unite. Dope fiends unite. Them dope fiend ass niggas gonna be mad. Same thing with cigarettes. Same thing with alcohol. All people who have, and by the way, even if you're rich and you do it on a daily basis, you're probably going to go broke. You'll go broke really fast. That's a fast way to go broke. Vices like that, alcohol, weed, dope, smoke, Molly, perks, gonna go broke. It is what it is. Anyway, you boss up. I'm just here to teach.
The world only moves for those who take control and force it to respect them. If you're not building, you're declining. If you're not growing, you're shrinking. If you're not winning, you're losing. Every man has 2 choices. Be the hunter or be the hunted. Be the man who writes the checks or the one who waits for payday. Success is not given, it's taken. Wealth is not stumbled upon, it's built brick by brick, with discipline and vision. The time for waiting is over. The time for hoping is gone. Now is the time to move, to build, to dominate. A man without money is a man without options. He settles for scraps instead of commanding the feast. The weak begin, the strong take. The poor complain, the rich strategize. The ones who hesitate get left behind. The ones who act become legends.